Okay. So previously we understood direct method in detail. Now for the next 1 hour, I am going to introduce indirect method. We also did a few sums in direct method. Now in indirect method, follow guys. We are going to see okay. In indirect method, this method is mainly used for cash flow from operating activities, not much for investing and financing. That part also little changes, but it's little easier. So why do we have this indirect method, sir? Follow. Let's understand what we did in direct method. We had a cash account, and this cash account, what we did, we tried to break it down and we found out what was what, correct? But in financial statements, will cash account be displayed? Okay, leave that guys. In reality, if you prepare cash account, in all the questions we saw, cash account had some 20 adjustments or 10 adjustments, correct? In reality, how many adjustments will be there in cash account? How many adjustments? Lakhs or crores? It could be lakhs or it can even be crores of entries, correct? Because let's take a simple example. Domino's Pizza, okay. Domino's Pizza is selling pizza across India, across the world, correct? Across the world, where they have branches across the world. Every 10 minutes, at least somebody will buy one pizza in Domino's Pizza store, correct? Somebody will buy pizza somewhere in the world. So every time a pizza is purchased, what entry they will pass? Bank to sales. Every day, for every branch of Domino's Pizza, they will do purchase also. Purchase of vegetables, correct? Purchase of raw materials, cheese, all of that. Or at least once in a week they will do. Adukku enna entry irukum? Purchase to bank. Purchase adu paravala sir. If I have 10,000 branches in the world, daily one time purchase panna okay. 10,000 into 365, other number of entries for purchase. But sales, in a day, how many people will buy pizza in one branch? Let's say 50 people, low number, 50 orders guys. Into 365 days, it's open all days, no leave, correct? Into let's say 10,000 branches in the whole world, how many entries? 50 into 365 into 10,000, how much? Okay, 18 crore entries guys. 18 crore transactions in cash account on the debit side. Okay, this only for sales. Matta cash entry irukada, buying assets, investing. Then the cash account will keep going bigger, correct? Then how will I sit and prepare cash flow? Classify pandradke gali eduvana, correct? So because it is a lengthy process, not that we can't do, we are doing a much faster process. That's how indirect method is born. You ask anyone you want who knows cash flow, wherever they studied, hey, why indirect method? Why can't I do in direct method? They cannot give you this answer. Okay. Now, journal only comes to ledger. Follow. Journal only comes to ledger, guys. From ledger, where does it go? Foundation. From ledger, where it will go? Excellent. Trial balance. From trial balance, trading, P&L. Forget about trading account, guys. Trading account is only in foundation. In internal, we don't have a concept called trading, only profit and loss account. Schedule 3, we have only one P&L account. Trading account is there for a maybe sole proprietor, non-company firms, partnership. Okay. Partnership can have trading P&L. Company means profit. So we have only profit loss account, and that means, can I say Domino's Pizza's all the transactions which was journalized and went to ledger is now sitting in the P&L balance sheet, and P&L balance sheet is a summary. Here I will write sales total amount only, correct? I won't write breakup, correct? Nobody wants the breakup, I want only total. So now we have technology, sir. Classification, why should I do, sir? Computer will do, AI will do. but we had cash flow for last 50 years. So those days, cash account used to run in books. One cash book for one Domino's pizza will be in one godown. From that, how will I prepare? So anyway, you have summarized the cash transactions in P&L balance sheet. So using P&L balance sheet, I want to prepare cash flow statement. This only is indirect method. Are you following, guys? That means your source is P&L balance sheet. From P&L balance sheet, I will prepare the cash flow statement. Are you getting the logic, guys? First, why this method is there? Will they ask this in exam? No. Why the method? No, they won't ask. Let's learn the method now. That means I know I have to start with P&L. So let me prepare my one dummy P&L account and let's try to prepare cash flow from this. Okay. So let me write sales. Assume everything here is cash. Cash sales, cash purchase. Okay. Sales is 500. Purchase is 200. Gross profit 300. Correct? Online students, repeat with me. Next, expenses, let's write under expenses. Let me write salary 100, electricity 50, net profit. How much, guys? How much? Guys, net profit ever 150. Okay. Are you all following, guys? This is the P&L account. Now, P&L account only has the transactions for the year. Correct? Now, I want to know what is the cash with all these transactions. What is the cash available with the company for all these transactions? How much, guys? How much? I told you everything is cash. Cash sales, cash purchase, expenses, salary also paid in cash, electricity also is paid in cash. Everything is paid in cash only. Okay. What is the cash in hand now? Same as net profit 150. That I wanted to tell. Net profit equals cash in hand. Why? Because when I sold goods for 500, with me I have 500 rupees. Then I purchased for 200. So I have left 300. Then I paid 150 rupees. So you have 150 rupees left. Are you following, guys? Net profit is equal to my cash in hand. Repeat again. Net profit is equal to my cash in hand. In which example? This example. Now let me change this slightly. Depreciation 50. What is my net profit now? Net profit is 100. What is the cash in hand? Net profit is 100. Cash in hand is 150. Are they the same now? No. Why? Because of non-cash. So in reality, for any company, will net profit be same? No. No, I'm just going to do a small change. I'm striking off this. Now I'm asking you, how much is cash in hand? Answer is 150. Just now I raised it, so you know. But how to find that 150? Net profit 100 plus non-cash expense 50 depreciation. So you got 150. This only is indirect method. In indirect, without bracket, sorry. In indirect method, we start with net profit because everybody looks at net profit only. I will start with net profit, do adjustments like this, how I did plus 50 like this, do multiple adjustments and find out cash is 150. So I will know, oh, net profit is 100 only, but cash is 150 this year, good for the business. Let me give you some more examples from here itself for you to give me the answer. Okay. Next, let me just make small changes. Okay. Now let me say, okay. Now I'm writing, let's say, one, yeah, okay. Let me write under expenses, I'm writing one more expense. Okay, I'm writing one more expense. Okay, these are same, guys. So sales, everything same. I'm adding one more expense. Provision for tax 10. Provision for tax 10. What's your net profit now? 90. Now how do you find cash? I will start with net profit 90. Then add depreciation which you did previously also. Then add provision, how much? 10. So you will get, sir, I added 10 because you made 10 adjustments, sir. That's why I know answer is 150. So I am doing this. Can I do it like that? Why I am adding 10? Why are you adding this 10, guys, from net profit? Because it's a non-cash expense. Now pay panla. It is not an expense that is paid. Are you understanding, guys? So now what we will do in the sum is, forget investing, forget financing, because they are all going to be almost same. Little changes, dead easy. Come to operating activities. The first thing that you are going to write in the format is going to be, first thing I am going to write in the format will be, I will write net profit that is given in the question. Net profit that is given. Don't have to write, I am explaining. Then I will add back the first addition. I don't want you to mug up. First thing you add back is add all non-cash expenses, but we actually use the word non-cash items, but expenses. Okay, because you don't add non-cash income, you have to reduce that. Okay, so add non-cash expenses. What all can come here? Depreciation, provisions, maybe salary outstanding. Correct? Salary outstanding is a non-cash expense. And the debit side la endanda expense la non-cash irukko adu add pannuvom. Are you following, guys? Next, again come back here. Let's say I have here rental income 20. What is the net profit now? What is net profit? How much now, guys? How much is net profit? 110 now. Can you check, guys? 500 plus 20 minus, okay, 300 plus 20, 320 minus 100, 50, 50, 10. Are you getting 110, guys? Correct. Now I am saying rental income is earned but not received. We are following accrual concept of. So earn panna income I will write, or if you are getting confused, sir, appo eppadi sir rental income earn panna you can write it. Can I change it to interest income? Now are you understanding? Bank kudukra interest. Interest accrued but not yet received. Now it makes sense. Interest accrued but not yet received. Able to connect. Now I am saying find out cash in hand. Adhe adjustments. I will start with first 110. This I will start. Next, add back that 50. Add back that 10. Now minus 20. Edhuk minus pandran? Because this profit includes a 20 which is not yet earned, received, not yet received. So it will become how much, guys? 130. 150 previous answer. You can't always have 150. Are you understanding, guys? Are you understanding? So that means in format can I write add back non-cash expense and minus non-cash income. Makes sense now? See, format is a template. I don't want you to mug up. I'm trying to tell you the logic, guys. Telling you the logic. So add back non-cash expense minus non-cash income. Yes. We are going to go there next. Okay. Following, guys. Okay. This is non-cash income and minus non-cash income. 9 out of 10 sums will have these adjustments. Non-cash expense. Very rarely you will have less non-cash income. Are you following up? Are you understanding, guys? Clear? Rarely now or 3 out of 10 sums, but all sums will have non-cash expense. Leave that. Have you all understood till here? This is only first stage of the sum. First stage. Understood? Yes or no, guys? Why I am adding, why I am reducing. Logic purida. See, this logic is important. This logic is important for exam. He will test in sum. So you should be able to do it. Otherwise, you can't solve. You need to apply logic because you can't mug up adjustments. You need to mug up the concept over here. Are you getting it, guys? Next, follow. Let me take the same example. Ide example. Same example. Let me write here profit on sale of fixed assets. Sometimes when you sell fixed assets, you will get profit of, I am writing 20. Ade 20. Okay, I am just changing the nature. What is net profit now? 110. Same 110. Amount is same. I just change the nature. Let me start again. Net profit is how much? 110. With me, guys, add back 50 depreciation, add back 10 provision minus what? Minus 20 or nothing. Profit on sale of fixed asset. This is received. It has been received. It is cash. Should I reduce 20? Why? This is not non-cash. This is a cash item now. But I will still reduce. I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Now, follow very carefully. Now, I am trying to find out cash flow from what? Listen carefully. I am trying to find cash flow from operating activities. Sale of fixed asset is a investing activity. So, I will reduce 20 and get how much? 130 whatever, and I will tell, see, 20 is a cash item now, but I am reducing because I want cash flow from operating activities. Are you guys following? Understanding? Sharad, understanding? Everybody? So, next item, adjustment. This is the main template. Fourth one, see, let me just make it neat. This pen eraser doesn't work that well. Fine. Okay. So, next fourth item will be, follow very carefully. I am not writing add or less. I mean, not writing one. I am writing add or less depending upon the case. Cash items belonging to investing or financing activity. It's like a template. You can write it in a notebook, guys. But if you write only this, it is there in all the books, guys. Whichever book you buy, it's there. Logic is there only in the class. You are coming to class for logic, guys. You are coming to class for logic. Very, very important. Add or minus cash items belonging to investing or financing. Are you following, guys? Hello? But we have to do one more adjustment here. Follow very carefully. You are reducing 20 here from net profit. You have to add it back where? Investing, you have to add. Because it's a cash inflow in investing. So you reduce in operating, add in investing. Keep that in mind. Because now you will not do. After finishing operating, when you go to investing, you should not forget. Are you following, guys? Let me give you one more example. Let's say, in expense, I have interest paid, cash item, interest paid 15. What I will do with net profit? Is the answer of 110? Okay, whatever. Now the answer will change. Interest paid 15. Now net profit will become how much, guys? 95. Correct? Net profit becomes 95. Let's do the same thing again. I'm restarting, guys. Follow again. Follow again. This is my example. See, adhe example I'm changing for each case. Now I will start with 95. I will start with what, guys? 95. Add back what? Depreciation of 50. Add back provision for tax 10 minus profit on sale of fixed assets how much? 20, because this belongs to investing. Again, add back interest paid 15. Are you following? Why you are adding back interest paid? Because, follow very carefully, I am repeating again, this 95 that you see over here, this 95 that you see over here is after reducing an expense of 15 interest, which is a cash reduction in my operating net profit, but this belongs to what? Financing. It belongs to financing. So I will add back here. So you will increase the cash plus 15 in operating. Again you will reduce where? Financing. I will reduce in financing because my starting is net profit. Are you following up? Are you all understanding? Those who are studying first time, are you understanding? How many of you first timers here? Cash flow? More than half the class. Are you understanding? I am reducing in operating because it belongs to financing. So reduce the cash from operating because this 95 includes the effect of financing. So eliminate the finance effect in operating and treat in finance separately. Are you getting it, guys? That is the meaning when I say cash items belonging to investing or financing. This cannot be one list. It can be profit on sale of assets, loss on sale of furniture, interest paid, dividend paid, it could be TDS on, let's say, interest. It could be anything in the P&L. Are you following? It could be anything in the P&L. Interest earned. It could be anything. But if you think it belongs to investing or financing, remove here and add it there. So simple. Sir, for exam, I will start with after tax or before tax, sir? After tax or before tax? Anything works. Anything works, but we will follow one for our class. Okay, we will follow one for our class. Anything works, sir. Remember in direct method, we used to less tax. We used to less tax. We used to less tax. That means net profit should be before tax. There is a beautiful logic for this. I will tell you why, but I don't want to confuse you now itself. It's because of a concept called provision. It is better and safe to always start with before tax and then less tax. I will tell you why. It's a beautiful logic, guys. So far, for exam purpose, exam is important along with logic. So you will start with net profit. The first set of adjustments, I call it as non-cash adjustments. All the non-cash adjustments should be added or reduced if it is there. Not there, nothing to do. Second set of adjustments is what? Is what, guys? Cash items. First type is non-cash items. Second is cash items in the P&L belonging to investing or financing. I will adjust. Are you following, guys? Last end I will reduce tax, but we still have one more third type of adjustment. We have one more third type of adjustment. Are you following so far? Understanding, guys? See, I told you why we are not using cash account. From net profit we are reverse working, correct? Are you understanding, guys? This logic is very important, guys. You will not find in any book, you will find only in classes. Remember, CA is a self-study course. In 1990s, in early 2000s, majority of students didn't go to class. If your parents or grandparents are CAs, if you know anybody elders, ask them if they went to class. They will tell you mostly, no, we studied in the house. CA is still even today a self-study course. But because of the volume of syllabus and for conceptual learning only you come to class. Otherwise you can sit in the house, buy 2 books and learn. What you don't get from books is these kind of, why something is there in the book, why we are doing it like that. That's why you are spending hundreds of hours, so much of money and coming to class. You have to take these running notes of concepts. When I was studying as a student in my inter days back in 2013, I remember my running, I used to make, I tell you for accounts we have 2 notes. What are the 2 notes? Concept and sums note. For you, which note is more? Page. Sums note is more. For me, concept note was more. Meaning, If I had four notes in sums note, I used to have 5 notes in concept note. That means during the class you have to keep scribbling all the running notes as much as possible. In fact, some examples which I listened when I was a student is something I still share because I still have them in my house. Okay. So running notes are very important because that is the value. You are coming to class for value creation. You need to keep writing a lot of running notes. Of course, the concepts I tell you, some are relevant for exam, some are not relevant for exam. You can choose, but keep writing, guys. Okay, fine. Come back. Let's come back over here. Can we proceed, guys? Next. Now, coming back to the sir, already it's scribbled, sir. I'm going to scribble it more. Able to understand? Clear, guys? Okay, fine. Now I'm going to say next adjustment, sales of 500 includes 450 cash sales, 50 credit sales. What to do now? What to do? What adjustment should I do? What adjustment? Less? I will less 50, correct? Now, follow very carefully, guys. You are right. Now, sales of 500 includes 50 credit sales. So, I will come to the same adjustments. Start with 95. Add 50 plus 10 minus 20 plus 15 minus 50 because it is a credit sale, non-cash income included in sales. Are you understanding? But you studied schedule 3. In revenue from operations, am I giving breakup of cash and credit sales? Then how you will reduce? Correct? They have not given in the revenue from operations. That is one. So what, sir? Notes le irukkume. Working note la vaangikalame. So what? I will find out and reduce 50. You are absolutely right. But I am preparing, keeping what as base? P&L and balance. Only these two are available, guys. You don't have anything else. Sir, working note, not available. You don't have other things. Only these two are available. Okay, let's assume for a time being, some working notes are available. I will reduce 50. This is correct. Now I am bringing one more adjustment. Okay. Okay, fine. Till here I have all understood. Credit sales I will reduce 50, which is correct, but this is not the way to do it. I am going to explain why. Reducing 50 is the correct answer, but the way to do it has a small change. Now I am bringing one more adjustment. Till here all of you understood, reduce 50 because credit sales is 50. Now I am saying last year, this is current year, let's say 2025. Okay. Let's say previous year 2024 credit sales was 70. Okay. That fellow paid this year. So let me write the entries. In 2024, my entry was debtors to sales 70. In 2025, my entry is debtors to sales 50. Correct? Are you understanding, guys? Now what I am doing? Follow carefully. Now what I am doing? This 50 you are reducing from net profit because this is credit sales of this year. This 70 you would have reduced in the last year's cash flow. No problem. My adjustment is, sir, last year panna sales, the sales of last year is paid in. So my entry will be bank to debtors 70. Correct? That means if you are reducing 50 this year, you should also add how much? Are you getting it up? Last year debtors paid today. So this 50, current year 50 I will reduce and add how much? 70. But how will I know in P&L account? Are you following what I am saying, guys? See, this entry is coming where? This entry is coming where? Balance sheet. I am in my template. I am starting with what, guys? Net profit. So if I go as per this adjustment, looking at the trading and P&L or P&L account, I can figure out a minus 50. But how do I know a plus 70 exists. P&L la irukadu. In P&L, even if you put binoculars and read, it will not be available. So you can't find out. So how will I know that? How will I find out? So for this, what we will do, follow very carefully. This impact is coming where? This entry impact will come where? Balance sheet, where bank is increasing, debtors is decreasing. I can't use bank because I am doing balance for bank only. That difference only I am doing cash flow, correct? So I will take debtors. What will happen? In balance sheet, I will have 2024, 2025, where I will write here debtors is going to be, let's say, last year was 70 in our example of, correct? Last year was how much? Because last year example 70. This year how much? Credit sales 50, correct? And I told you during the year this 70 was collected. That means basically 70 became 0, again 0 became 50. How do I know 70 is collected? How do I know? How do I know? So what I will do, I will prepare one debtors account. I will prepare one debtors account. Let me prepare debtors account. You will be a little bit confused now. That confusion is a good confusion. I have put it on to you. We are going to finish it. Now look at this. What is the debtors opening balance, guys? What is the closing balance? Repeat with me. Opening is, closing is, correct? Because last year debtors was 70, this year debtors is 50. Any doubts still here? You should be having some confusion. Yes. Which one? Left side only opening. I'm sorry. Yeah, correct. In the flow I wrote, you are right. So debtors opening 70, closing is 50. Opening balance, closing balance, correction. Debtors account, debit side. If you didn't notice, means that's good because you are engaged in the concept, not this. Okay, fine. Opening is 70, closing is 50. I don't know any other details. Okay, I don't know any other details. What could be this difference? What is this difference? Assume nothing else is there. There is credit sales, but so what is the difference? 20. What does the 20 represent? If debtors is decreasing, what could be the first reason? Cash paid. So entry is bank 2, debtors 20. But that is not what happened. What actually happened, follow carefully, guys. What actually happened in our example? In our example, what happened? Sales was this year 50 and collection is 70. That only we did the adjustment. Adjustment. Look at this. Minus 50 plus adjustment. All of you understood. Minus 50 plus 70. That is what is happening here. 50, 70. But this data is not available. Why? Because I have only P&L and balance sheet. I don't know how much is credit sales of this year. How much is last year. I have only opening and closing balance. So what I will do, 70 became 50 means what? Debtors decreased. That means I got 20 as cash. So I will write here by cash 20. This is option 1. Look at option 2. Sir, I will prepare detailed debtors account, sir. I am a very detailed person. Opening 70, closing 50. Current year sales is how much, guys? Plus 50. Current year collection how much? Minus 70. Now what is the closing balance? What is the closing balance, guys? Not closing, this balance is how much? Let me do it again. Let me do it again for your clarity. Now, 1 second. 2 minutes, your confusion will go away. Follow very carefully. First I am saying, I do not know anything about what is the sales and collection. What is sales collection? I only know the opening and closing balance, because balance sheet has only opening and closing. So opening was how much? Closing was, this is case 1. Case 2 is the example I am telling you. You know information, we know information. So opening is 70, closing is 50. What is the information that you know? Plus sales of current year, how much? Minus collections, how much? 70. Are you following, guys? 2 scenarios, okay. In the above sum that we did, we dealt in the second scenario, correct? That we know information. So what you did with net profit? With net profit, if it was X, what if it is X? You minus how much? 50, current year sales. See here. Minus 50 and you added how much? 70. Why? Last year collection net impact is 20, correct? And debtors account is closed, correct? It's closed, guys. This side also 120, this side also 120, correct? This is the full ledger of debtors, but I don't have ledger with me. I have only balance sheet. I have only opening and closing balance. So I would wish to have this information ideally, and I would wish to minus a 50 and add a 70 and communicate, hey, this year my net impact of sales cash is a positive 20, but I don't have this information. You have it because I told you now. I told you. Question will have only 70 and 50. So my closing balance is how much, guys? 20, or difference. Balancing figure is 20. What is this 20? Cash received. So entry will be bank to debtors, how much? 20. So I will assume that 70 became 50 because cash of 20 is collected. So what I will do from my net profit, I will just add how much? 20. I will not do minus 50 plus 70 because data is not available. I will directly add what? 20. Are you following, guys? Both are the same answer. This is you. When you have information, you will do case 2. When you don't have, you will just compare what? Opening and closing balance and add how much? 20. Are you getting the logic? Now for those who already studied cash flow statement, now we are going to fill that gap. You will get clarity. The third adjustments is going to be tax. Tax is again a big one. I'll come to that. The third adjustment is going to be, follow carefully, guys. Third adjustment is going to be, let me write 5 just for the order. Changes in working capital. The third big adjustment in the template is going to be changes in working capital. Let me explain. In brackets, you can write down working capital is nothing but you will learn in FM. Working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Current asset minus current liabilities. In FM, you will learn in detail. You have a chapter called working capital management. Okay. Leave that. Working capital, current asset minus current liabilities. 5 more minutes. We are going to get to understanding till here, guys. 5 more minutes. Follow. Now look at this. In school, they would have given you one formula. In our case, debtors 70 became 50. 70 became 50. So under this, I am going to write 4 subpoints. 4 subpoints that you mugged up in school, and I wish you do not mug up over here. If you didn't study in school, well and good. Look at this. First item. Decrease in current asset. Decrease in current asset. Any asset. Decrease in current asset. you will write plus whatever is the difference. Meaning we did know plus 20. How we did plus 20? Because debtors 70 became 50. Are you following, guys? 70 became 50. That means, follow very carefully, guys. Look at this. Sir, in the sales, credit sales irka, cash sales irka, enak announcement, sir. I will not bother about that, because in the entire credit sales, credit purchase impact gets reflected where? In your opening and closing balances. So na இந்த 20 மட்டும் எடுத்தா இது எல்லாமே வந்த மாதிரி தான். இந்த 50 70 வந்த மாதிரி. Are you following, guys? Minusing 50 and plus 70 is automatically included if you take this plus 20. So that means whenever current asset decreases, increase in cash. Sir, எனக்கு எதுவுமே புரியல, sir. Let me give you an easy logic. This is a detailed logic. Those who know cash flow can appreciate, otherwise the understanding well and good. Let me give you a shortcut to remember. Simple. Stock 2024, 2025. Opening balance, closing balance. My current year, previous year is what, guys? 2024. Okay. My stock, closing stock in the balance sheet last year was 100. Now it is 70. What is the meaning of this? Stock has increased or reduced? Reduced. Stock has reduced means what will be entry? To inventory. Basically, that means stock is reduced. Stock is reduced means how it's reducing? Sales. So I got cash. So I will write bank to inventory. How much? 30. So I will write here plus 30. Are you following, guys? Are you following? Next, let me write the next 4 things. You will tell me the values for each. There is much more detailed concept for each thing. Let me park that aside. Let me write the other things. The 4 things are going to be decrease in current asset, decrease in, let me write this way, sorry. Let me write increase in current liability. Next is increase in current asset, decrease in current liability. Have you written all the 4 combinations? In school, have you studied this in school? We are going to break open the logic for each of these points and understand why we are doing each of this. Very important. 4 things. Now these 4 things are happening in balance sheet, not in P&L. Let me take an example. Let me take a simple example first. Okay. Let's say 2024 is my previous year, 2025 is my current year, previous year. Simple, very simple, guys. Last year, my loan, liability quota, my loan was 70. This year, it is 90. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning? Okay, loan, see, loan is, okay, loan is a financing activity. Let's keep it. It's a financing activity, but still 70 became 90. What is the meaning? I took a loan. That means cash increase or decrease? Cash has increased. That means cash flow will increase. Are you following, guys? But instead of loan, follow carefully. Let me write, okay, for example, let's write the same 70 90. Let me write trade payables. Trade payables. What is the meaning of this? Creditors has increased. Repeat with me. Creditors has by a net effect of how much? 20. Can you tell me the entry for credit purchase of 20? Entry for credit purchase of 20. Purchase account debit how much? 2. Trade payables 20. And the 20 okay. That means if purchase is debited by 20, follow carefully. Purchase is divided by 20, which is a credit purchase. Follow carefully, guys. Credit purchase of 20 will increase the net profit or decrease the net profit. Net profit inga irukku. Will increase or decrease? It will decrease. But is there an actual decrease in cash? No. Correct? Is there an actual decrease in cash? No. So from net profit, this 20 you have to add or reduce? Add. Because my net profit has been decreased by 20, but cash never decreased. So you will add how much? 20. So credit purchase irundhalum nee kandukada. Ena impact of credit purchase will be there in trade payables. So come here. This example will come in which point? What I just told you, trade payables. Enga varum? Where will trade payables come? Increase in current liabilities. Therefore, the difference of 20, what you should do? Add the difference. The first two is basically add cash. That's why I wrote them. Are you following, guys? Are you following? Hello? Understanding? Next, let's take the next example. Next one, 2024, 2025. 24 and 25. Let's say trade payables, adhe trade payables irukkalam. Okay, trade payables was 100, it became 60. What is the meaning, guys? Trade payables from 100 became 60. What's the meaning? Decreased. What is that means? What is the entry for that? Trade payables to cash. Apona you paid money. Ida shortcut. If you paid money means cash flow will reduce. So I will come here. I will write here. Decrease in current liability. Correct? 100 became in our example 60. So the difference should be minus the difference. Are you following, guys? Difference will come in bracket. Are you understanding, guys? This is shortcut. What's the logic? I will tell you the logic. Look at this. Understood shortcut? Now look at the logic. If trade payables 100 became 60, let me prepare the trade payables ledger. Opening is 100, closing is 60. Whatever happened, this side there is a balancing figure of 40. That means it is paid. That means, can I say in-depth logic? Hey, last year in the 100 rupees trade payables, last year's opening trade payables, I have paid 40 this year. That's why I am reducing. Are you getting it up? Clear, guys? Last one that you have here, which we didn't discuss yet for an example, is increase in current assets. Let's take one example. Give me an example of current asset. Inventory. Let's take inventory. Easy one. 2024, 2025. Current year, previous year. I'm writing in reverse because in this chapter, when we do sums, I'm only discussing concept, guys. When we do sums, you will get more practical experience. In this chapter, what they will do, sum ku maathom. In one sum, he will write previous year first and write current year next. In some other sum, he will write current year and previous year. Why? Because you are comparing balance, he will confuse you. This you will realize after sum is over, IO gone. All the brackets should be without bracket. Okay, leave. When you go to sums, now I told you, sums we will do in different class. That day I will challenge you, you will make the mistake. I will not tell you which sum also. 3 sums I will do like this. 4th sum I will change the sum. Then everybody will have a red pen strike. Open challenge. We will see when we go to that sum on a different day. Okay. I am doing this open challenge for every batch. Everybody will tell sir na panamatan solluvaanga. But after going to that class, they will take the red pen. I hope all of you have it. We will use it in the next class. Okay. Now, where are we? Which example? Inventory. We are discussing decrease in inventory, increase of increase. So, previous year inventory is, let's say 70. Current year it became, adhe inge eludunona, previous year 70, current year 120. Difference theriyudha? How you read? They will do it. I'm not joking, really. Okay. Now, current year is 120, previous year is 70. What is the meaning of this? I want logic. 70 became 120. That means what? Inventory. That means what? How inventory will increase? Inventory, how it will increase? Suddenly, one iPhone will become 2 iPhones. How it will be increase? I would have purchased my inventory. If you purchase inventory, you have to pay for it. So if you are paying, what will happen? Cash will decrease. So my entry for this is purchase to cash. Cash decrease so this difference over here, increase in current asset, the difference will be reduced. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Everybody understanding? Now if you are going to mug up this, decrease in current asset, increase in current liability, increase in current asset, decrease in current liability, decrease, gone. I don't mug up, I remember the logic. How to remember the logic? School, you would have had this. How many of you had this in school? How many of you mugged up in school? Mug up, yes, one hand. Thankfully, one hand is there. That is enough for me. In school, if you learn the logic means excellent, very good. Okay. Most schools they will teach only, but shortcut kuduthruvaanga. That's it. Now I am taking an example. I will not tell you which of the 4 it is. Neengalum naala marandrunga. Apply logic. Let's apply logic. Current year, previous year. Year kudukla. I am giving you current year and debtors was 70, debtors is 90. What you will do? Cash plus or minus or without seeing the formula. In cash flow statement, in my column, difference is 20, sir. That's it. Bracket varuma varada. Sir, na formula paakren, sir. I want formula. What happened to my asset? Debtors increase. 70 became 90. So I will go to my formula. Formula enga irukku? Increase in current assets, sir. Bracket podno, sir. Correct. So I will put the I have to put the bracket. So I will come here and put bracket. Sum is correct, but logic. How do I know the logic over here? Look at this. Debtors 70 became 90. If I prepare ledger account, debtors opening balance is 70, closing then correct. I read correct side, opening and closing 70 and 90. How did it increase? Debtors is increasing by how much? Why will debtors increase? That means plus 20. That means current year sales includes credit sales of 20. So I have to minus. Are you getting it now, guys? Are you following? So if 70 became 90, that means in current year sales 20 is credit sales. So minus. This only is that 50 in the starting we did. 500 sales, 450 cash sales, 50 credit. Don't see there, see in debtors. That will give you the net answer. Are you following? Let's take some other example. Give me some other asset now. Give me some other asset. Cash and cash equals every one. We are doing cash flow statement, you will do difference of cash. For finding the difference only cash flow statement. Some other current asset or some other current liability you tell me. Prepaid expense. Okay. Prepaid expense. Current year. Previous year. Sir, why we are doing only for current assets and current liabilities? Why not non-current assets and non-current liabilities? Non-current assets will come in investing activities. Non-current liabilities, loans, debentures will come in financing activities, but same logic. Same logic. Sir, what do you mean by same logic? Leave prepaid for a moment. Loan, enga varum? Financing. Loan, current year 70. Previous year 40. What's the meaning? We just discussed. Loan 40 became 70 means increase in loan by how much? Increase by how much? 30. What is the entry for this? Bank to bank loan. That means in cash flow 30 with bracket or without bracket? Without bracket. But enga varum idu? Financing la varum. That's why I am not discussing this. That is the only difference. Financing is over, investing over. Financing, investing simple. Opening, closing. Difference with bracket or without bracket. Instead of loan, let me write property, plant, equipment. Current year 70, previous year 40. Increase by how much? That means what? You purchased asset. So with bracket. Assuming depreciation is not there, அதுக்கு தனி adjustment வரும், அதுவும் பண்ணும். ஓகேவா? We will come to that later. Now come back to prepaid. Tell some number. Yes, Nirandana, tell me current year prepaid value. Tell ஒரு number சொல்லுங்க. 71. Previous year, yes, Abdullah, tell some number. Prepaid 72. Okay, prepaid last year was 72, this year it became 71. So the difference is how much? 1 with bracket or without bracket? With bracket or without bracket? You are not able to understand. I will tell you shortcut. Don't mug up those 4 equations. Very simple. Now I am coming to a shortcut, guys. Any asset or any liability. Asset is decreasing or increasing here. 72 became 71. So asset is decreasing. Asset is decreasing. Now I will credit what? So what I will debit? Bank. Correct? Huh? Are you following, guys? So it will be with bracket or without bracket? Without bracket. Are you following? Let's take next. Current liability. Current year, previous year. Current year and previous year. Current liability, current year is 120, previous year is 90. I don't know which liability it is. Each liability has a different logic. But in an exam, sir, I don't have that much time to go to in-depth logic for each. Plus, I don't want to mug up also in exam. Correct? But I want quick answers. This is the shortcut we are going to use in our class, where little bit of logic is applied and we are fast also. Simple. Current liability is increasing or decreasing? So that means you are crediting what? Current liability is being credited. So you are debiting what? Bank. That's it. So I will debiting bank. So I will write without bracket. Now I will replace this. Instead of current liability, let me write loan. Now are you getting the logic, guys? Bank to bank loan. Replace this. Creditors. Creditors entry will be what, guys? Purchase to credit purchase. Purchase to creditors. Are you following, guys? Let me give you more examples to get some practice. Okay. Let me not confuse you more. Let me take simple examples. Let us do in all 3 methods. I have taught you 3 methods. I am sure there is a little bit of confusion. Okay. I want the confusion to go away. So just give me another 5 minutes. I am going to do it in all 3 methods and you will tell me which is comfortable for you. Let's pick one. Any item. Let's pick debtors. Okay. 3 methods. Method 1, method 2, method 3. Detailed logic, minimal logic, no logic. 3 methods. Examiner எப்படி பண்ணாலும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. I am going to show you all the 3. Debtors, current year, previous year. Okay va? Current year and previous year. Previous year is 100. Current year is 130. First, mugging up method, sir. Formula method, sir. Go to the notes. எனக்கு எதுவுமே தெரியாது sir. I am a bookist. I am a mugger. Go to the book. Go here. Debtors is what? Current assets. Debtors is a current asset. So current asset, what happened to our value here? It increased. So I will search here. Where is it? Increase in current asset. That means I will write with bracket. So for all the muggers, I will come here. I apply the formula. In formula method, 30 will come in bracket. Clear? School na ipda sir panna. Second. Next, let me come to detailed logic, sir. That I spent half an hour. Detailed logic la panna. Now that you know detailed logic, if 100 became 130, let me prepare debtors account. So opening balance is 100, closing is 130. That means debtors increased na you have current year sales. So debtors increased na current year there is increase of credit sales of how much? 30. Apona credit sales is 30 na, from net profit I have to reduce how much? 30. Why? Because my net profit includes sales and sales includes 30 which is credit sales. So from net profit I will reduce 30. That's why bracket. This is detailed logic. But in the exam, I need 4 hours. Okay, I don't have time. I understood logic. I am happy I understood logic. But quickly I want to do an exam, sir. Formula method is there. Detailed logic is there. What is the third simple method? Very simple. Now data is not thukkiruven. Let it be any asset. Asset or liability. Asset. Adha mattum parunga. Current asset or current liability. What is this? Current asset. So current asset 100 became 130. Asset is increasing or decreasing? So if asset is increasing, I will debit what? Asset account debit. So asset debit panna what to credit? Bank. So I will credit what? Bank. Crediting bank means 30 will be in bracket. That's it. Now logic lam paakalam. Because logic changes for each item. If this was inventory, logic will change. But answer is the same. Are you getting it? Now understood all 3 methods. Now are you having a holistic view, guys? Okay. Not many will know all 3. Which one you want to follow? Your choice. Sir, formula, sir, which I genuinely don't like. Formula method means please come out of it. Come out of formula. Detailed logic, good, but time consuming. This is exam. Are you following, guys? Now I am saying next item. Bills payable. Bills payable. Current year, previous year. Current year is 70. Previous year is 40. Takkan solunga, guys. In my cash flow, how it will come? Difference 30 da. Bracket or without bracket? Without bracket. I don't know what method you used. Let me show you in all 3 methods now. First method, what is it? Formula. Formula, what is happening? Liability is. Liability increase. Liability increase. Go to the formula. I have to scroll up so much now. Liability increase. Increase in current liability. Add. That is my formula. Okay. Yeah, liability increase. So I will add it. So come back here. So with this without bracket. Second concept, detailed concept. Bills payable ledger podunga, guys. Bills payable ledger la opening how much? Closing. That means you have issued new bills. Edukku kudupa bills? To whom you will give bills? To my creditors. That means when you purchase goods, you will give bills. Correct? When you purchase goods, credit purchase, you will give bills. That means my purchase includes credit purchase to the extent of 30. So net profit is decreased to the extent of 30. Therefore add back 30 because it's not an expense. Sir, third logic. I don't want formula. I don't want detailed logic also. Simple. What is this? Liability or asset? Liability. Liability increase or decrease? That means 2 liability. So debit will be what? Bank. So bank plus 30. That's it. Are you following all 3 methods, guys? Clear? Okay. Whichever you do, absolutely I am leaving it to you. So now that full logic is done, sir, how do we start the sum? How do we start the sum? Every sum, financing and investing, not a big deal. I just showed you a little teaser. I am focusing on operating. If they give you a P&L balance sheet, you will start with what? Net profit before tax. And you will write the amount over here. You should do 3 changes, 3 adjustments. First, look for all the non-cash items, income or expense, and make necessary adjustments. That's P&L. Second, in the same P&L, look for cash items but belonging to investing or financing. And third, basically the first and second is adjustments in P&L. Correct? Third is adjustments in balance sheet. In balance sheet, I will do changes in working capital. All the changes I will give impact over here. This will be the impact. Then finally you will get one answer. With that answer, all of you wrote this, guys. Now finally you write less tax paid. The word paid is important. I am writing it big, but you write in particulars. Less tax paid. Less tax paid. Are you following, guys? less tax paid, you will get what, guys? Cash flow from operating activities. Every sir, adhe answer will come. This is the logic. We started off the sum over here. Logic is this. This is a small example. Detail has more. Are you following, guys? Now, do you have more time for me to explain this net profit adjustment also, tax adjustment? I'll do it later on. Later or too much to take today? Later. Okay, fine. Now, you have understood concepts to a detailed extent over here. You understood concept to a detailed extent. Indirect method is not yet over. If I leave it here and if you come back after 10 days, gone. If you're watching the next class after 10 days, gone. Immediately, what we have to do next is understand the adjustment of tax paid. Why I am doing before tax and reducing tax. That's a beautiful adjustment. Many students get confused over that. So, provision for tax is coming, this is coming, I don't know what to do. We have to spend 15 minutes to understand that adjustment. And then operating will get over, and then I will do one sum, including all the adjustments, which is a 20-mark sum in whole syllabus. Now, let's say 14, 10, whatever. That sum will cater to whatever theory we learned now. We can apply all of that. If that one sum you understand, I can promise you, you can do even 100 sums in cash flow. If you understood what to say, concepts. We will do more sums. We will do 5 to 10 sums for practice. But next class, this one and one sum. Those who are watching recording, please, whichever day you are watching this recording, the same day or the next day when you have this fresh in mind or continuously, since we are in offline class, we are ending over here. But you guys immediately watch the next recording where we do the tax paid adjustment and one sum, and then cash flow will be in your pocket, guys. Nobody can come close to you. The full marks are for you. That's it in this recording. So I hope you understood till here. Any doubts in what we have learned today? Fine. Revise these concepts. Go home and see and come for next class. That's it, guys. Thank you.